Sleep is supposed to be the safest place a person can go. A quiet space where the world softens, where thoughts fade and the body finally lets go. But some nights, sleep does not open gently. Some nights, it waits. For Ethan, the first sign was not fear, it was a voice. A whisper so soft it felt like a thought he hadn't finished thinking. It came only when his eyes closed, only when his body relaxed enough to forget itself. It counted. At first, Ethan believed the doctors. Sleep paralysis, they said, a trick of the mind. Stress, exhaustion, nothing more. But a mind does not leave recordings behind. A thought does not press down on a mattress, and fear does not sit patiently beside the bed, counting backward as if time itself were running out. Every night the numbers came closer to the end, and Ethan never asked what would happen when they reached zero, because deep down he already knew. The whisper always came at the same moment, right when sleep felt close enough to touch. Ethan never remembered the exact second it started. There was no warning, no chill down his spine, no sudden fear, just the soft, sinking feeling of falling asleep, and then the voice slid into his mind like it had always been there. 10. It wasn't loud. It wasn't even threatening. That was what made it worse. Ethan lay on his back in the dark bedroom, staring at the faint outline of the ceiling fan above him. His eyes were open, but his body would not move. His fingers, his legs, even his tongue felt locked in place. His chest tightened as if someone had gently placed a heavy book on it. 9. His heart beat faster. He tried to shout, but no sound came out. The air felt thick, as if breathing through cloth. Panic bloomed slowly, spreading from his chest into his throat. This had been happening for weeks. At first, Ethan thought it was stress. He worked late shifts at a small print shop, slept during odd hours, lived alone since his divorce. The nights were quiet in his apartment, too quiet sometimes. His doctor listened calmly while Ethan explained the paralysis, the whispering, the fear. Sleep paralysis, the doctor said, typing notes into a computer. Very common, especially during stress. The brain wakes up before the body does. But the voice, Ethan asked, it counts, backward. The doctor smiled gently. Auditory hallucinations, your mind filling in gaps. Ethan wanted to believe him. 8. The whisper always counted slowly, leaving just enough time between numbers for Ethan to feel hope that it would stop. It always stopped at 3. 7. 6. The shadows in the room felt deeper during those moments. The corners seemed to stretch farther away than they should. Ethan's eyes would strain to see movement, though he prayed there was none. 5. His pressure formed near his legs, as if the mattress had dipped slightly. Ethan tried to convince himself it was imagination. Ethan stopped sleeping after that. He lay in bed at night with the lights on, the recorder running, his eyes wide open. His body felt heavy and wrong, as if it no longer trusted rest. Every sound made him flinch, the hum of the refrigerator, footsteps from the apartment above, a car passing outside. Still, sleep found him. It always did. The whisper returned earlier each night. Sometimes it began when Ethan was half awake, his thoughts still forming. Other times it started while he was fully conscious, staring at the ceiling. 10. His stomach would drop as if the word itself carried weight. The countdown no longer stopped at 3. 6. 5. The pressure on the mattress grew stronger now. Ethan could feel it clearly, like someone kneeling near his legs. The blanket would shift slightly, pulled just enough to notice. 4. His fear changed shape. It was no longer sharp panic. It became dread, slow, thick, unavoidable. Ethan searched for answers during the day. He read medical articles, sleep forums, old message boards filled with half-believed stories. One post caught his attention. It was old, buried deep in a forgotten thread. The counting means it's learning you. The writer claimed some entities used sleep paralysis.
Ethan did not go to work the next day. He sat on his couch, staring at nothing, replaying the recording again and again. The final night was clear, the numbers, the breathing, and at the end, a soft voice right beside the microphone. Your turn. That night, Ethan prepared himself. He locked the door. He turned on every light. He placed mirrors around the bed, facing inward. If something was there, he would see it. Sleep came anyway. The whisper did not count. It spoke, "You are ready." Ethan felt himself sink, not into sleep, but into stillness. The mattress dipped. Something sat up beside him. This time, Ethan opened his eyes. The thing wore his shape, his face, his smile. "You counted down," it whispered gently. "Now I wake." Ethan felt himself slipping away, like breath leaving a body. The next morning, Ethan woke easily, calm, rested. No whisper, no fear. He smiled at the mirror. The reflection smiled back a second too late. That night, somewhere else, someone closed their eyes, and the whisper began again. 10.